Hey everyone, I am Nicole R. Ferreira from the Superwoman Society, and I am very excited to be here talking to you about money, our favorite thing in the world. Mine, anyways, because I like to buy shoes. So, we want to talk to you today about why women are underpaid, undervalued, and underserved by negotiation advice that exists out there. We've been hearing on podcasts and from the LinkedIn influencers that you should wait to name a number. You should give a range and see what happens. This advice keeps women anchored low, and over time, that gap compounds to way too much money lost. So here's the truth. Negotiation is not a guesswork. It's a learnable skill. It's backed by decades of psychology, economics, and behavioral science. And when you understand the science, you can walk into any negotiation with confidence. So, we're going to talk about why it feels difficult to negotiate, how you need to reframe your narrative, and knowing the science that backs how it works. We've built this into a repeatable framework that you can find on superwomansociety.org, including workbooks and scripts and templates. But today we're just going to go over it at a high level. What are we going to talk about? The pay gap. Is the gender pay gap real? Yes, 100% it is. Women working full time earn 83 to 85 cents for every $1 that a man earns. And that's in the same role, same title. This gap has not closed meaningfully in 20 years, and it is not currently projected to close anytime soon. It exists across industries, education levels, and job titles. Major bummer. So, what does that mean over time? It means there's hundreds of thousands of dollars lost in your lifetime of earning potential. A $5,000 difference given to you in your first year of work equates to 50,000 lost over a decade. If you consider that over the course of 4 decades, so 40 years, this disparity compounds into hundreds of thousands in lost earnings. That could be a result of diminished bonuses, reduced equity, a slower pace of promotions. Not good. I don't know what else to say about that. So why? Why do the barriers exist behind this gap? Are they real? 100%. Can we solve all of them today? No, we cannot, but we can talk about it. So the key factors contributing to the gap are: one, negotiation itself. Women negotiate less frequently and make lower requests. Women are 20% less likely to negotiate their starting salary. That's your low anchor that compounds over the course of your career. There's a backlash effect. Women who do negotiate assertively often face negative judgments. They're labeled as demanding, unlikable, the B word, the C word, all of the words for doing the same thing that a man might do. There's anchoring bias. Employers tend to offer women lower initial salaries, and generic advice like wait for them to go first can trap you in this low anchor. There's the motherhood penalty. Women with children experience wage penalties. Men receive fatherhood bonuses. So each child reduces earnings for a woman by 5 to 7%. Last but not least, and I'm sure there's more, is occupational segregation. Women are prevalent in lower paying sectors and underrepresented in higher paying fields. Exciting stuff. So, what can we do about this? I don't know. Do you? I do. When we talk about the gender pay gap, it's important that we separate what we as women can influence directly versus what's systemic. Doesn't do us any good to beat our heads against the wall. We really need to focus in where we can and help ourselves and our gender. On the left of here, we have systemic barriers like motherhood penalty and occupational segregation. These are tied to workplace culture, policy, and broader economics. Individual advocacy helps, but this is not going to be solved without structural change. But what we have on the right are 3 areas where awareness and advocacy can make a difference in your life and the life of women broadly. You can close that by starting simply by asking You can reset the anchor by stating your number first and backing it with data. And you can resist the backlash effect using collaborative ROI driven language and use preparation and practice to shift perspectives. So let's talk about how we can close the gap. 1, salary negotiation feels incredibly difficult for women. We as women are conditioned to perceive self-advocacy as a form of selfishness. We tend to view negotiation as asking for a favor rather than recognizing it as a valuable exchange. So, expressing gratitude for an offer can seem more comfortable than requesting the additional benefits that you deserve. And lastly, salary discussions are frequently linked to our feelings of personal self-worth, making any rejection feel deeply personal, particularly for neurodivergence and anyone experiencing RSD, which is rejection sensitivity dysmorphia. But luckily, feelings are not facts. A solid grasp of scientific principles of negotiation can build your confidence, which ultimately leads to better outcomes, also backed by research and science. We dive deep into the principles of negotiation and how to use them in the Superwoman Society negotiation framework, but we can talk about the principles at a high level since you don't want to be here all day. Number 1, incredibly important, is preparation. It is vital to conduct thorough research, set priorities, and define your personal impact metrics. Number 2, anchoring and positioning. Beginning with your value instead of waiting for someone else to tell you what your value is enables you to anchor high. Scripts and language, using phrases to reduce the likelihood of over-explaining or backing down. And then psychological levers. Strategies such as framing, silence, and using timing to your advantage all help you in your negotiation strategies. You need to start thinking of negotiation as a business conversation. It is not personal. Negotiation frameworks highlight repeatable steps that empower you to position effectively and protect your value. Research shows that women utilizing structured negotiation strategies improve in their salary results. You want to shift into the confident negotiator. So let us help you do that. Business focused and ready to anchor your value with authority. Let's close the pay gap. Imagine a world where women earn on par with men and compensation reflects impact, not bias. Imagine. It'll be beautiful. It's not wishful thinking. It's the outcome when women advocate with confidence. And the greatest advantage is you don't have to navigate this journey by yourself. We created the Superwoman Society negotiation framework. It goes beyond advice. It's a system anchored in negotiation research and science. It's step-by-step prep sheets, tested scripts, and ROI calculators. You do not have to do this alone. We would love to help you. We're excited to help you with your journey. For additional resources and to find the full framework, please visit us at superwomansociety.org.